My name is Faisal Khan. Today we are going to discuss just-in-time pre-fund. So if you notice that I did a video not too long ago, and it was basically the flow of funds for a traditional money transfer operator, and you can see this in this diagram, and it'll also be coming up here on the top right, so you can look at the video. And it was, starting from the user end, the way they would fund. There would be an MSP in their bank, and the MSP would have two ways of settling, either through correspondent banking or through paying the payout partner bank's Nostro account in the US. The payout partner bank would push the money to the end user's bank and the end user's beneficiary. That was a traditional flow of funds for money transfer operators. What happens when you bring in pre-funding and someone, let's say you're a money transfer operator and times are tough or whatever it is, you don't want to block your money in pre-funding. How would you do that? Well, that's where your pre-fund payout partner comes in. So this is someone that would say, hey, you know what, I'm going to charge you money and I'll give it to you immediately such that you can, do the payout, whatever it is. And this will happen based on, let's say, a weekly basis, daily basis, whatever it is. And typically, this is the part that you need to understand, is there is an arrangement with the payout partner's bank that the pre-fund operator would do. So how does it work? You have a user, they want to send some money, they use their bank card or whatever it is, etc. So the MSP now has the money. But the payout partner bank requires money to be pre-funded by the MSP in order to make the payout. Now, the MSP doesn't want to block its capital, so they tap into a pre-fund payout partner. The pre-fund payout partner already has an existing relationship with the payout partner bank. Let's say $1,000 needs to go, they will give it $1,000 immediately. They'll probably do a local transfer from one of the banks, etc., and they will, push it out over there. But if they do that, then they are in the flow of funds. So the easier way for them to deal with this thing is not to have any settlement with the partner bank, but say, hey, listen, why don't you just borrow money from us? You borrow money from us and you do the payment. And so the MSP could take, at the start of the week, $100,000. They would ship the $100,000 across. The payout partner bank would have the $100,000 and they would keep deducting payments. And once the week is over, they would do net settlement zero. Net settlement zero means they would get the $100,000 paid back to the pre-fund payout partner with the interest rate just to zero the books and then start the cycle all over again next week. And that is how a pre-fund payout partner does. And remember, you can see that they are not in the flow of funds. They are simply merely providing financing to the MSP in question over here. And the MSP is then responsible for moving the money. Should anything go wrong in this transaction, the MSP, the correspondent, the respondent bank, the payout partner, these are the entities that are licensed and are responsible for the transaction. The pre-fund payout partner is not. They have got nothing to do with them. It's simply a credit line, if you will, that they're touching into, getting the money and paying it to the MSP. So what happens when you don't even have this arrangement? When you have another arrangement where you are looking at a payout partner that wants to be in the pre-fund game. So here you have the same example, a user, either debit, credit card, whatever, MSP bank has the money. But now you have a pre-fund payout partner. A pre-fund payout partner who is in line, takes custody of funds now. And needless to say, when we talk about a pre-fund payout partner that is in line and has custody of funds, they need to be licensed. So this would be a licensed entity. And what they do is they provide just-in-time transactions. So let's say the MSP takes money, $1,000. They would issue their local bank payout partner. They would probably have a bank account over there and pay $1,000 out so that $1,000 equivalent can be paid into the end beneficiary's bank. So the MSP over here that is dipping into this credit line is actually using money only as and when required. There is no $100,000 being borrowed initially because the interest rate would start on that. So it's only on the transaction. So the interest rate charged over here is only on the $100,000 that is borrowed by the MSP. So when a user sends money to an MSP, $1,000, they have to pay $1,000 where? They have to pay it out here. So the pre-fund payout partner dips into that piggy bank, gives the payout partner bank 1,000. The 1,000 is converted into the local currency of the end user's bank account and paid out to the end beneficiary over here. So the 1,000 has been paid out. And what happens over here is the MSP bank is holding on to 1,000 and they have to settle it with the payout fund partner. Let's say that happens every second day or every third day or every one day. So they might be charging 15%, 18% interest rate, and the MSP bank would have to pay, maybe 1 day's worth of interest or even half a day's worth of interest on the $1,000. The good thing about such pre-fund payout partners is that you can actually settle with them on a half a day basis. You can settle with them on an hourly basis. This is not just done through having a commonality of the same banks, because on the weekend movement of funds is very difficult, but they can also do this via stable coins like USDC, USDT, BUSD, or whatever other coins that they may have. So the counterparty credit risk is reduced and the settlement is done immediately using some sort of a token. And that is how they are able to do it. So these funding options where you have a pre-fund payout partner in the flow of funds is available. If you want to get some information on that, you can certainly contact us. And obviously the pre-fund payout partner where they are simply dipping into a credit line. And this is a legal credit line. It's not something that's illegal or whatever. And the MSP remains in the flow of fund and the pre-fund payout partner is not in the flow of fund. That is also an option. Anyways, I hope this was able to provide you a little bit of an understanding of how this ecosystem is evolving, especially with the new stable coins mechanism and instant settlement. So we've gone from a funds good and settled diagram. We have now gone into pre-fund, and now we are going into just-in-time pre-fund. Anyways, if you have questions or comments, please do not hesitate to ask. All the high-resolution diagrams of this video are available in the description below. Till next time, this is Faisal Khan signing out.